Matt, never mind the game of two halves, more 75 minutes one game, 15 minutes another. What a brilliant finish.
Well, I actually thought second half we were a lot better. We had to be better. We couldn't be any worse. There was just too much space for them to exploit on that pitch in the first half, and that gets exploited even more when you don't quite use the ball well enough. They were just a little bit brighter and a little bit sharper and quicker to the ball in those moments in that first period, and we went disconnected off the back of it and lost a little bit of understanding of what the game needed. We never once turned their back line in that first period and got bodies higher up the pitch. We certainly started the second half like we wanted to do that, and we might have rode our luck at times, but I wanted more platforms on the pitch, which is why we went to two centre forwards and more legs at the top of the pitch pretty early. I'm absolutely delighted we've come away from 3 points with 3 points there, because that was such a poor performance in the first half that we might have dodged a bit of a bullet tonight, but maybe we lost a bit of rhythm on the back of the shift we put in at the weekend, and a few new players getting their first league starts of the season as well.
Never mind how it came, you must be chuffed for Ryan Bowman to finally get that goal, because I know he's been itching to get it.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, and that's just, he earned it. I don't care how the ball goes in the back of the net, we've got to keep scoring, and he chased down the keeper, put himself in that position and got the rewards off the back of it. I just felt him and Ben gave us a bit more of a threat towards the end of that game, but there was still a threat about Crawley, there was a threat about them all night long. So like I said, it's a dangerous team we've played tonight, but I want to be aggressive in our style of play, and I think the changes showed that, reflected that in terms of the second period, and we were a more dominant team in that second half, but they still created the odd chance. Like I said, I can't hide how happy I am to come away with 3 points when you play as poorly as you did first half.
Especially in the first half, Crawley were really exploiting their channels down the wings, weren't they? And they're making life really difficult for us.
Well, they were better all over the pitch. There's no excuse from myself, and the players have got to take responsibility. They were better all over the pitch, and it just meant there was too much space for too many players to cover. We always say it, but we always give the players a focus, a really simple focus, and I just wanted the ball in a certain area of the pitch. At least the team is connected off the back of it. We didn't have any connection in that first period. We felt if we did that, we'd be able to threaten their goal a little bit more, and we can say it's a little bit lucky in terms of getting that winning goal, but I don't care, it's 3 good points.
And the equaliser came from a cross, and I think the cross, especially from Jake Caprice, were brilliant today.
Yeah, we just got more ball high up the pitch. Like I say, Jake Caprice is an attacking fullback, but he's got to understand what's needed in the first period of the game. We were a little bit too predictable in terms of who was getting on the ball first half and where the next pass was going, and they were able to press and squeeze the pitch, and we really struggled off the back of it. So full credit to the way Crawley started, but that's a real shot in their arm in terms of where we need to get to start games, in terms of the intensity and the speed. We were a home team and we should have started like that, but you've got to put the ball in a position to threaten the opposition centre halves and goalkeeper a little bit more than we did first half. Second half, I can't fault them, and we rode our luck at times because we were a little bit more open, but we were chasing the game, and that's something we've had to do too often this season.
Game number 2 of 6 in 18 days, I think this was. Is some of the players you brought in tonight really impressed you?
Well, I think they got better as the game went on. Like I said, they couldn't get any worse, but that's the whole collective. I mean, Jack Sparks playing his first 90 minutes, and Jake Caprice was getting better and better, and we saw a bit more of himself when he was high up the pitch. Nicky's still finding his feet and might looked a little bit short of full match sharpness tonight. We'll all be better for it, and this squad's going to be absolutely key. I talk about platforms and areas of foundation you can work from. If our squad shows the strength it did tonight, and the bench affecting it like we did tonight, that puts us in a good position. We all know we're probably 3, possibly 4 short now with Johnny's injury at the moment, and there's sort of 4 more senior ones, so this group has got to still stand up and be counted, and they did that second half.
And finally, for the first time since 2007, it's a win over Crawley at home.
Well, if you'd asked me at half time what my prediction was, I certainly wouldn't have said 3 points, but credit to them. I said to them they couldn't feel any worse or have played any worse in terms of that first half, and sometimes that's credit to the opposition. Sometimes we just weren't quite at it, and if you're collectively not quite at it, then it looks a really poor performance. So really pleased with what we did second half, and like I say, I'm stood here delighted to get 3 points, because not many would have predicted that halfway through the game.
Thanks, Matt.